What is going on, everybody out there in YouTube land? Thanks for joining me here on my channel, Steven Sturgill. I'll be your host for the next few minutes. I've been on a real massive oud kick, guys, for quite a while, and I think I just did the first non-oud review yesterday. At any rate, this kind of falls a little bit back in the same vein as something that is very oud-like, kind of a very refined oud. And also, if you mixed something like not Tuscan leather, but one of Tom Ford's other leather type flankers, or if you can think about some of the leather notes like in Montao or some of those other niche brands, or even Colonia, Acqua di Parma, like Colonia leather, and that is this guy. Boom, CK1 Shock for him. This is the bottle. Maybe it's a little loud, a little garish, a little cheesy. It's okay. It's kind of harkens back to those old designs from the early 1900s. So here's the thing about this scent. Let's talk about the notes, and then let's talk about, well, firstly, it was designed by the nose, or the design fragrance creator, Anne Gottlieb of IFF, International, was it Flavors and Fragrances, or Fragrance and Flavors? Let's see. At any rate, Anne obviously has a tremendous history. She's done most of the Axes, the body sprays. She did CK1 Shock Street Edition for him, CKB We Are One magnets, Deep Euphoria, Contradiction, Man, Reveal Man, and Secret Obsession. She did Carolina Herrera's 212 Men, which I'm a huge fan of. 212 Men Silver, which I have not smelt personally, and 212 NYC Men Pills. I'm not going to list the entire library. It's quite a bit. She's done quite a bit of Marc Jacobs stuff, including Daisy Dream and Bang and Decadent. She did Covet for Sarah Jessica Parker. It's a very attractive bottle, I think. And some Oscar de la Renta and some Yardley. And that's about it. I didn't mention all the Impulse stuff and some Elizabeth Arden, some Cody, Levels Renee Fleming. Okay, what do we get in the notes? You're going to get citrusy clementine, fresh cucumber, and energy drink accord, whatever in God's name that is. I have no freaking idea. I'm not going to lie about it. Never heard of that in the perfume industry before. But it's not important. I'll tell you why in a second. And then heart of black pepper, black basil, and cardamom is placed on the base of masculine tobacco, musk, patchouli, and ambrine wood. I remember I said, to me, this has a very strong oud-like opening, and I believe it is directly related mostly to the ambrine wood, which is a newly created scent molecule that gives off elements of ambergris mixed with like cedarwood, mixed with some kind of other woodsy accord. And I think when you take that, guys, and you mix it with patchouli and musk, and even to a point, those citrusy clementine, fresh cucumber, energy drink accord, what you get is a very refined oud-like opening, but also there's a very strong, robust, but yet somewhat semi-mild essence of tobacco. This is a very strong tobacco opening. It's not full on. I would say it's about between mid-level to nearly full on, and then it begins dying down after about the first hour to hour and a half, becoming a little bit milder as each hour pretty much goes by. And the cardamom and basil and black pepper give it just a hint of spice, not a lot, just enough to kind of make it a freshy, spicy, yet very interesting with that tobacco and the amberine wood, mixing with, again, with the musk and the patchouli. I do get some of the citrusy clementine mixing with that fresh cucumber and whatever they're calling energy drink accord, but it's just, maybe there is a little hint of some kind of slightly fizziness to the sense of the smell, related to the energy drink part, but I definitely am getting cucumber and a little bit of that clementine. But what you're primarily going to get besides that is the musk, the patchouli, a lot of tobacco, and that amberine wood, which to me is a new way of doing agar wood. It's sort of like a synthetic agar to me, in my opinion. It smells a lot like oud. Now, I want to praise this cologne because for a couple of reasons, and then I'm also going to take away a few points at the end for a couple of other reasons. We'll get to that a little later. Firstly, this is a near nuclear opening, which is much more akin to eau de parfum strengths and concentrations as far as the initial couple of hours. The initial spray is near nuclear level strength. So guys, gals, well, hopefully just guys, this is for him, but I'm not hating on you if you're a woman and you like it. You want to be very, very conservative with this blaster. On the opening, if you're working in a closed cubicle situation or an area where strong, polarizing scents are sort of not to be tolerated or admitted, or you just don't want to take the flack from coworkers, I wouldn't go over 3 sprays starting out with this guy. 4 outer limit, absolutely outer limit. You may honestly want to just start with 2. It just diffuses like a neutron bomb at first, and that's fantastic. So I think you're really getting more than your money's worth there, guys. This is dirt cheap compared to high dollar frags. I'm gonna tell you the opening. Take it for what it's worth. You can watch Joy Amin, one of my favorite co-reviewers out there, or other reviewers out there that I'm very inspired by, and I watch all of the major frag head reviewers. I love his style, very personal, nice guy, good-looking guy, just an easy manner about him. But I watched his review on CK1 Shock and got very interested in it. I also watched several of the other major names, and like Drac Doc, and on and on and on. I think he's got one, could be wrong. Believe it or not, I am of the same opinion as Joy in that if you put this in a $300 bottle and called it whatever, House of whatever, Creed or Tom Ford, Gucci, Armani Privé, this scent would absolutely sell at $250 to $350 a bottle all day, every day. It is that sensational. The complexity, that pipe tobacco smell, it's somewhere between a little bit of leather mixed in with blonde, slightly nuanced, very smooth tobacco, with, I think, is there amber in here? Yeah, there's got to be some kind of amber, or maybe it's coming from the amberine wood, I don't know, mixing with that little perky cucumber and clementine. We also believe there's lavender in here, and again, basil and black pepper, cardamom. This tells a story. It's divine, it's layered, it's mature, it's sensual, it's sexy. It's absolutely, literally spectacular, especially at the price point. But let's talk about one more. Now let's talk about some negatives. Those are the positives, and they far outweigh the negatives, especially, I mean, guys, you can pick this up online for around $19 for, what is this, guys, this is a 200 mils bottle. Yep. You can look at the bottom. That is a 6.7 ounce fluid ounces. I got the big boy flacon, 200 milliliters. You know, nearly 7 ounces of juice. I take that back. I got this one for about 30 bucks. You can easily get the smaller one, the 3.4 or 3.3 ounce, for about 18 bucks online if you shop around. This one's about 28 to 30, I want to say, for 200 mils of one of the finest fragrances I have ever put my nose on. It's outrageously good. I'm gonna spray some now, in fact, to refresh. Was my scent of the day. Oh my god. So instantly that pepper's coming up. That cardamom mixing with that black pepper and basil. Here comes the cucumber and clementine. And that fizziness from the energy drink Accord. Here comes the ambrine. Patchouli, the musk. And that tobacco starting to come in now. Oh my god, that is just spectacular, literally. This is somewhere between what I call premium level designer, like top tier private selection lines, and beginning niche type frags, beginning to middle, because not everything niche is great. Trust me on that. There is some absolute bullcrap niche out there that I'm not going to get into right now, that I would never in a million years consider buying because it just doesn't do anything for me. But this is phenomenal. This is absolutely just a rock star. It's a sleeper. It's a shame that it's in a, no offense to Calvin Klein, but it's a shame this isn't in a fancier bottle with a fancier name, and that could be selling this for 150 to 250 bucks a bottle, especially the larger 200 mils flacon. Okay, on to the negatives real quick. Performance turned out to just be average. After that neutronic, plutonium atomic bomb opening, nearly, it died down after about an hour to simply a strong scent. And then after about another 2 hours, it became a scent bubble. And then after a further 2 hours, it became primarily only a skin scent. But so this is going to give you coverage for about 6 to 8 hours if you count the skin scent portion. But it's really going to push for about 3 to 4 hours. And after that, somewhere between a very mild scent bubble and a strong skin scent. Where if people get really, really right up on you or you sweat a lot, you will activate the aroma, the cologne in this case. And the other slightly bigger negative in my book is that unfortunately a lot of that oud-like accord and most of the tobacco faded away after about the fourth hour. The tobacco became all but totally absent. But pardon me, let me grab a drink. It just became very soft after about the fourth hour. It was a little bit baby powdery like, clean, fresh, soft, hints of lavender, hints of basil, little bit of patchouli, a little bit of musk, and maybe just a little bit of that clementine and cucumber left over. But again, after the fourth hour, it was just very soft, very unisex, and a little hint of like baby powder, if that makes any kind of sense at all. Not offensive. I just wish you'd have kept pushing that masculine, smoky, excellent tobacco and oud-like accord from the ambrine wood and the patchouli and musk, along with that pepper. I wanted it to keep doing that. but unfortunately it didn't. So those are the only two real drawbacks. There's absolutely no other drawbacks to speak of. And again, it's going to give you that signature scent for about 3 to 4 hours. And after that, it's going to die down to a very soft, sort of unisex, clean, soft, almost something reminiscent of some of those fabric softener sheets, mixed with just a little hint of baby powder and just a little hint of like some kind of cut grass mixed with like a little bit of musk and just a tiny bit of patchouli. Very little to actually write home about or talk about. But again, that's after about the 4 to 4.5 hour mark. So again, that's the only negatives I had for this. Other than that, it is spectacular. I highly recommend you get your noses on this. Pick a $19 bottle up online for the 3.3 ounce, or you can pick up about a $30, roughly $35 bottle of the gigantic 200 ml size. Which I only have one other bottle right now in my collection that's 200 mils, I think. Unless my John Varvatos is 200 mils, I can't remember. No, it's 125. It's just that it's a big bottle. It's my, I think Eros, Versace. I don't know, the big light blue one, the one that's real like a super fresh cleanie. I've got one of those in 200 mils. Which one am I thinking of? It is the... Yeah, Eros Versace for Men. I've got... No, that's not the one. What is the one? Got it. The Pour Homme for Men. I have that in the 200 ml flacon. Anyways, that's going to do it, guys. Get your notes on this again. This has been a review for the fantabulous CK1 Shock. I'm not going to show you the box. I think I lost it or my brother threw it away. It looks pretty much the same for those who care, and you can find it online. No biggie, whatever. I like boxes as much as the next guy, but I'm not like a box addict or anything. And they mean, unfortunately or fortunately, far less to me than the actual bottles and juice do. Just my opinion. I'm not throwing shade to anyone that loves boxes. Collect away, but yeah, I have my space is getting more and more limited each year, and unfortunately, sometimes you just have to throw away the box. It kind of sucks, or give it away, or sell it on eBay, something. That's gonna do it, guys. I will see you next time, hopefully, and it's been my pleasure. And I will see you next time. Spray often, spray well. Live life on your terms, not someone else's. I'm out. Peace.